In the ring right now, Larry Arch and referee T.D. Steele. Headed this way, you see the name, Moondog Spot. I hear the whistle. Richard Lee bringing him in here. Points to the ring, and there's Richard Lee back.
I'll tell you something, Dave Brown. It's a sad state of affairs when people have to come out here and start pushing people around that aren't even wrestlers. People are signing their own death warrants around here because I'm fixing to come
Oh, look at it! Eric Embry with a board. Nails Moondog Spot.
Embry came in. What up?
He had a garbage can.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's going to work on the Moondog Spot. I tell you, Embry's saying Larry Arch in there. Oh, here comes these Moondogs. Watch it out. All three of them in there. Here comes help over Embry. Lawler, Jarrett, come on. Oh, Lawler nails Richard Lee. Sends him out on the floor. Jerry climbs in the ring. Embry's going to work on the Moondog. Boy, you talk about action all over the studio. Lawler, Jarrett, and Embry going to work on Richard Lee's Moondogs. And
Lawler, Jarrett, and Eric Embry have just cleaned the Moondogs out of the ring, and Richard Lee, I think he's telling them to head out of here. He's sending them out. He's not sending them back into the ring. Embry throws what's left of one of those boards at Richard Lee as he takes the Moondogs out of here. They got him on the run. Richard Lee and the Moondogs have left. Here's Eric Embry.
They want the Moondogs, don't they? What them and I want them to. I want them to.
Embry. Here comes Jerry, yeah.
let me just say this. I got a good little idea now. Come here, Eddie. Come here, Eric. Come here. Come here, Jeff. Where's... I was gonna ask Eddie, but we need you here too, Eddie. What I want to do is get Guy Coffey out here for 1 second. Now, we just had the signing of that one match. Let me get him out here for 1 more second.
Guy, if you're in the back, come on out.
Mr. Coffey. Guy Coffey. Come here.
Here it comes.
Let's look. Let's do this, Mr. Coffey. Let's put an end to this thing once and for all. Now, every week, every single week, the same thing is taking place out here on television. These jerks, the Moondogs, are coming out here. They're beating people's brains out. They're going down to the arenas. They're doing the same thing. Richard Lee is running around laughing all over the country how he rules the USWA with his Moondogs. And we simply are sick and tired of it. Are you people sick and tired of it? Hey, everywhere we go.
Don't need him out here. He don't have anything to do with this. Back out here, Eddie. You don't have anything to do with this.
I know. Hey, wait, he's got something to do with what I'm going to ask you about now. I'm not asking him about a match. I'm going to ask you about a match. But everywhere we go, all of these people we run into day in and day out say one thing. When are you going to get rid of the Moondogs and Richard Lee? And I am sick and tired of standing there and saying, I'm working on it. We're working on it. I'm sick of saying that because, you see, I know that given the proper opportunity, I know I can get the job done, and I think Jeff can get the job done. I think this man right here can get the job done, and I think this man right here can take care of Richard Lee. So we're asking for one thing. We're asking for one big match, one big final brawl to put them all in there. Let Eddie be out there with Richard Lee, take care of Richard Lee, Eric Embry, Jeff Jarrett, and you're looking at the king right here. Put all three of those Moondogs in there one time for us, Mr. Cobb. That's all I'm asking for. One last time. I won't ever ask you for another thing.
One time and one time.
There should be any question in your mind, man. What about my eyes?
Right.
They tried to take my sight away from me. I'll give you one time's over these. Don't worry about Eddie Marlin, man. What about my eyes? What about what they did to me?
All right, just calm it down. Calm down. I'm asking one time. We will not come out here and ask you for anything else. You signed a match, Eric Embry, Jeff Jarrett, and me, with Eddie Marlin as our manager against the three Moondogs and their manager, Richard Lee. Will you do that for me as a personal favor? That's the only time I'll ask you.
Okay, one time and one time only.
Okay, sign it. All right.
Said sign it. You got the match. 6-man match.
As I said, Moondogs, and you too, Richard Lee. This is what it's all about. I'm sick and tired. Jeff is sick and tired, and so is Eric Embry, and I know Eddie Marlin is, of people coming up to us and begging us and asking us, when will it get done? When will we see the last of the stinking Moondogs? Because believe me, everybody, and I'm talking for everybody out here, is sick and tired of looking at you. And we're sick and tired of having to get in the ring with you, and this is going to be it. Somebody's going and somebody's staying, and I don't plan to be going anywhere. Do you understand that?
Exactly right. You know, Moondog, I've come out here week after week just like Jarrett, and he's just about said it all. Because it started up in Kennett, Missouri, but we're going to end it once and for all. Yeah, Jerry said it all, but I can promise you one thing, Richard Lee and the Moondogs. If we don't walk out of that ring, after this match is over, if we don't walk out of that ring winners, oh, yeah, you'll never see my face around here, Richard Lee. Tell him, Eric.
You understand what's happened, Dave Brown? Do you understand what you did, dogs? Do you understand, man? Week after week after week, laying in the hospital and laying in the bed at home, not knowing if I'd ever be able to see again. Do you understand? Well, I learned one that blame good lesson about it. You know what, Dave Brown? I got more cards and letters from the Mid-South than I did the state of Texas. You know, you said it once, and now I believe it, Lawler. Texas is a mighty big place, but it ain't the whole world, man. The Mid-South is just as important to me as Texas. Now, Moondogs and Richard Lee, everybody's saying, when's it gonna be over? It'll be over when you're in the same situation I was in, man. Every debt blame one of you. Every one of you where you can't see. I can't.
Match has been signed. Six-man match coming up this week. We'll be back right after this.